Hey guys, we are here at BMW of Tyler, and just to give you a little bit of context, I'm nobody. I'm just the guy that drew the short straw to have to test drive some cars today. But this is John, and he is
I'm a client advisor here at the all-new BMW of Tyler.
What's cool about this X5 that we're going to be driving, it's the M Sport package with the big chunky wheels. It's got the M Sport aerodynamic kit, the sports seats with a mocha interior. It's going to be a really cool car for you to drive and to sink your teeth into.
wow, comfortable.
It is comfortable. This has got the sports seating on it. Gives you side bolsters, part of the M Sport package. Gives you the thigh extender where you can extend this.
Thigh extender, I like that.
For taller people or shorter people, long lengths of travel.
Yeah, that's
all
probably
power
me.
On both sides.
I see numbers here.
That is your memory seats. You got one for his and hers, or
his and hers.
His
all
and
right.
hers.
All right. So here we go.
Foot on the brake.
Okay, that didn't.
I'm glad you did that. So there's an unlock button right here on the side. So it's kind of like Confucius says, you must first go forwards to go backwards. So you have to push it forward to go in reverse, and you have to go backwards to go forwards.
Push, unlock.
There you go.
Boom. All right.
Pops it in.
Here we go. All right, so right now I'm not using the little paddle shifters, right? I'm in like automatic.
You're in automatic mode, and
okay.
I'm glad that did it. Y'all can't see it, but the tachometer went to 0. He had the brake pedal pressed longer than 3 seconds. That has an auto start-stop function, meaning it'll save gas. It'll turn the engine off as long as there's certain preconditions met, like it's not 100 degrees outside, or it's not less than 32, and the battery has sufficient charge on it. It helps you to save gas.
Wow, that's pretty elaborate. I like the steering wheel. The steering wheel's got like it feels light, but it also feels
the extra padding,
something. Yeah,
that's something exclusive to this M Sport package. Not only is it the side moldings, the front diffuser, the rear diffuser, and the V8, chunky tailpipes. It gives you this M steering wheel, and it also gives you not the M Sport seats, but the sports seating. That gives you the extra bolsters and a couple extra controls that you don't typically get with your normal X5. But also it's got the Harman Kardon sound system. Harman Kardon builds a lot of systems for, everybody's like, well, it doesn't have a Bose. But Harman Kardon builds a lot of systems for theaters.
Oh wow!
And so forth. So
you got the theater experience here.
It gives you a chance to do surround sound, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And it can, it's got 845 watt system, so it can crank out it can handle pretty much whatever. If you throw some classical or some heavy metal or some screamo, it can handle it.
Do you get a lot of screamo people buying X5s?
I've gotten in customers' cars, and some of the stuff that comes out of their radio, no judgment here.
50% off. Buy our best value, Clark and Kensington, get one 50% off.
Save over $4 on a 10-pound bag of chicken leg quarters. Now only.
So there's a lot of buttons in here. Do we know what all of these do?
Yes.
Because this I can all kind of guess. This is all CD and radio controls.
Heated seats, and the cool thing about a car equipped with navigation with BMW, it has a hard drive, so you can download your CDs to the car. I'm really glad. Did you see that triangle in the mirror light up there, orange?
Yeah, I did.
This is equipped with the Driver's Assistance Plus package that gives you the blind spot monitoring, the lane departure, and what lane departure is. Why don't you go over this yellow line right here?
The yellow line.
Feel the steering wheel vibrate?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. I thought
let you know you're drifting. Long days at work and you're going home.
There it goes again.
It'll kind of, hey, you're drifting a little bit. Just go ahead and floor it for me. Now push down one more time. Feel that click on the gas pedal? That's what's called the kickback function. So I'm going to put your transmission in a sport mode.
What mode? Okay.
So we're in comfort right now,
Comfort.
but I just put the transmission itself into a sport mode. Now get on it. Now click it. See how it dropped the gear?
Yeah.
A little bit more. So you can manipulate the cars a little bit. So I'll put it in a full-out sport mode. Sport mode, when you change it from comfort, stiffens up the suspension, makes the gas pedal, it's all computer witchcraft is what I call it, makes the gas pedal a little bit more sensitive, holds on to the RPM so you can be in the power range a little bit more. You know, people always say, you know, brake going into the corner, accelerate, or brake going in, accelerate through, and that will help you. You know, I don't know if y'all will be doing that. I mean, I do it on a daily basis just because I love these cars. But feel how she's kind of lurching now. She wants to really go.
Those shifts seem quicker or something.
It changes the shift points in the transmission. So go ahead and hit it. Now it says M, so now you're in a manual shift mode. So this is kind of like similar to the flappy pedal gearboxes that Lamborghini and Ferrari and the Porsche does.
So for me to downshift, I don't even need to move my foot. I just
hit
wow, that was fast.
Right there. And she's got a good, for an inline 6 turbocharged with 300 horses, 300 pound-feet of torque, she's got a throaty noise to her.
It does have a throaty noise to it.
But you can, even with the SUV, and this is our largest SUV at this time, I mean, it doesn't feel like you're driving an SUV. It sticks.
It does. There's not the body roll that I'm anticipating. My wife has kind of an early 2000s SUV, an American-made car, and it has loads of body roll. And this just feels very similar to just like a sports car.
Very planted in its feel.
But I do feel higher, so I feel a little bit more aware of what's going on. I'm not low down where I feel, you know, other cars are on top of me. Right.
But the cool thing about BMW, and from what I understand from my service department, BMW is still one of the only ones that does this. This is basically a memory stick for your car. So whenever you come into the service drive, the first thing our service writers are going to ask you is, where's your key at? Mm-hmm. So they'll go into their office with you. You obviously talk about what's going on with your car. They'll put this in what's called a key reader, and it will pull all of the data from the car. You know, how many miles to an oil change are you? You know, kind of what codes were thrown at this particular point. Obviously, if there's further diagnostics that need to be done, you know, we'll take it back to the shop, hook it up to a computer, which is all covered under the 3-year 36,000 mile limited maintenance program. So, you know, there's no diagnostic fees involved or anything like that. You just literally come in and hand us your keys and we take care of everything. But
so the car and the key are communicating with one another.
Think of it just like a giant USB stick you don't have to put in.
So this, what y'all have done, or what BMW's done, is they've eliminated you having to remember everything that's happened to your car between your service intervals. Instead of sitting there going, well, you know, about 1,200 miles ago this happened. And this is actually recording, like a little black box. This is recording. That is absolutely cool. Very cool.
So if you ever have questions about any of your service and you don't feel like calling us, if you go, what is it, right there? There it is, right there.
So it's checking my brake pads.
So engine oil's not due for 10,000 miles. Rear brakes aren't due for 31. Front brakes 31. Vehicle check is due at 40,000 miles, or in 2020. And it can kind of give you a roundabout, you know, hey, this is what's going on with your car, but this is cool because, you know, you don't have to go in. I just wanted to show you the back seat a little bit and the back cargo area, since we saw most of the cockpit here. As you look into it, it's got rear air controls for the passengers back here. It's also, this has got the cold weather package, so you got a heated steering wheel and a heated rear seats as well, because heated seats are standard. And another option that I like that's on this one, if you have kids, is rear sunshades.
Wow, that is handy right there.
Exactly.
If you have a car seat or young kids there, you're road tripping.
Or if you have valuables in the back there, you know. Another thing I like is these M double spoke wheels, and you can always tell the M here. And the M division of BMW is the street legal racing machine. And then I'm going to pop right here and open this tailgate so you can see the cargo area. And what I like about the X5, man, you can pop this down. You don't have to worry about scratching anything. And you know, it's heavy or sturdy enough. You know, I'm 190 and I can sit on it easily. So, you know, you got some friends that like to sit on tailgates, you know, you got one now.
Without scratching your bumper.
Without scratching your bumper. And you can just close it here. Power lift gate, standard on these cars.